Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go 3 abreast. It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got them for a rep. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again, it is MRN Winged Nation presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. We are glad you joined us talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. Erin Evernham and Steve Post here. How are you?
Good, very good. Yourself?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm doing all right. A little bump in the road over the weekend with some things, but it's all good now. We're all rolling. We're here talking sprint car racing. So it is our favorite time of the week, no doubt about it. It is good. And we have got a fantastic show for you because we are going to talk to two-time winners this past weekend. Morgan Turpen, she is tearing it up on the USCS Tour. She's won 4 in a row. We'll talk to Morgan and tearing it up in Pennsylvania. Not a shocker, Lance Deweese. Well, he's the driver. We're going to talk to the team owner, Donnie Kreitz, as well. So it is a great, great show. We are glad you joined us here on the Motor Racing Network on Winged Nation. Let's take a look at our Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics, and we will talk to those 2 hot topics, Morgan Turpen and Donnie Kreitz. Other hot topics, I love the story of Trey Starks.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Great guy from Puyallup, Washington.
I'll leave that to you.
Exactly, can't say the word, but he's from the state of Washington.
Yeah, we'll go
But
with
he's
that.
driving for Scott Gobrecht from Pennsylvania, although he runs some in the Carolinas. And it's just a great, great story. And he rolled into Bedford on Sunday night with the All-Stars and picked up the win.
Yeah.
So great deal. Watching Trey's a great young racer from Washington. Great young racer.
I was so impressed when we spoke to him, I believe it was last fall, and he's going to school full time and he's figuring out logistics of getting back and forth across the country. I was really impressed.
Yeah, very impressive on the track and off the track. Also impressive has been Danny Dietrich at the fabulous Lincoln Speedway. He picked up the win in the 6900 Weldon Steiner Memorial, 3rd win of the season. David Gravel, very hot, 5 wins. Little upside down here. We a month and a half ago, we were talking about how many wins does Donnie Schatz get. Now the question is, when does he win again?
I know. I like that. I like the turn of events.
Good racing. Good racing, that's for sure. Also want to give a shout out. I didn't put it on my list, but I was just thinking about this. How about young Freddie Raymer?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to talk to Donnie Kreitz. And right now, it's tough to see Lance Deweese at the end of these races. Although that being said, at Williams Grove, my understanding is young Freddie Raymer was all over him. And Freddie had a win last week at Williams Grove as well. So really doing good. It's good to see young talent like that, especially with a good pedigree.
It is, and it's neat to see a Raymer and Deweese battle again, just a different Raymer.
How about that? Exactly, yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah, Fred and Lance have, Fred Sr. and Lance probably have mixed it up a few times, I would say.
A few.
Yeah, when you're dealing with 87 and 100, I mean, whatever, I mean, with all those wins, they certainly have mixed it up. So great stuff there, and a lot of good things happening in the sprint car world. And there you have it. Those are our Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. Great t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, whatever you may need, any type of apparel, whether it be for your race team, whether it be for another sports team, your church, a business, they have got you covered. Find out Brownie's on that Twitter machine all the time bragging about the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. He's got good taste, Brownie does.
Yes.
Well, Heather has good taste in apparel.
Yeah.
The Brownie's got good taste in, no, I've messed that totally up. Heather's taste in men is questionable.
Well.
Exactly. But they both have good taste in apparel, and they get theirs at ClassicInkUSA.com. That's ClassicInkUSA.com. I don't know if I got out of that one. I might be in bigger trouble than when we started. So, exactly. Yeah, I'm getting booed, and that's not even from the from the fine folks out in the Midwest. So, hey, let's step away because when we come back, we're going to talk to Morgan Turpen. Can't wait to talk to her and, well, see how things are going in her world.
I'm Kerry Madsen, and you're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
Only the best go 3 abreast, and they're coming to a track near you in 2017. No matter where you're at, the American Sprint Car Series is near you. From the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, presented by the Mad TV Motorsports Network, to any of the 7 ASCS Regional Tours, there's over 150 nights of racing racing to choose from in 2017. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for updates. Listen live on racingboys.com and get the full rundown at ASCSracing.com.
Classic Ink USA Screen Printing and Embroidery is constantly testing the limits of custom racewear and specialized embroidery. Headquartered in Western Pennsylvania, Classic Ink holds the highest standard, maximizing your return as well as the ultimate customer satisfaction. From track swag fan wear to quick crew wear, Classic Ink has you covered. Their dedicated staff and designers will keep your race team and fans looking sharp. Contact Classic Ink today and get your team ahead of the competition. www.classicinkusa.com. That's Classic Ink at the track and on your back.
Today Toyota's featured NASCAR fan is Dr. Tom Pierce.
So, Dr. Tom, what's your claim to fame?
Well, due to all of Toyota's NASCAR wins last year, I wrote thousands of doctor's notes for fans for overexcitement hypertension, a condition that requires a day off work to rest.
Sounds like a responsible doctor.
Doctor? I'm not a real doctor, bro. Would a doctor get a guy off work for overexcitement about the new Camry? Because I did.
Let's go NASCAR fans!
Toyota, let's go places. To learn more, visit toyotaracing.com. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc.
I'm Danny Holcraver, and you're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
Welcome back. It is MRN Winged Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. And I am telling you what, someone who is riding on strength of a great race car and some great driving right now. She has won the last 4 races with the USCS Tour, racing all over the Southeast and doing a wonderful job driving with Terry alongside of her teammate Terry Gray. Joining us on the line is Morgan Turpen. Hello, Morgan. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
Okay, girl, what's going on? What's the magic? What's the secret? You're beating up on all the boys all the time now.
I have no clue. We just got a really good race car right now, and I don't know. I guess I've just kind of been getting frustrated with, no sponsors and stuff like that after the success we've had, and I got to the point where I was just like, going out here, I'm going to win as many races as I can and show that I'm capable of doing whatever.
So, Morgan, you didn't make any changes in the offseason. This has just come from within or from experience that you're running so well these last few races?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same exact car, wow. Everything's the same. I don't know, I guess I can just feel it in my butt more this year, and that's what I'm driving with, and it's just so comfortable, and we've just been really good. I don't really know. It's not like we did anything different. It's just, I guess, maturing and getting better in the race car and being able to explain what's going on, and it has really proved to be helpful.
Morgan, about a year ago, we had a chance to talk. I'm not sure. I think we talked here on Winged Nation, but I know we also talked to Carolina Speedway, you and I did, and you're kind of at that crossroads as far as the teaching and the racing goes. And I know, actually, you were doing some teaching and didn't make it back over to Carolina this past trip over here. But Erin and I were joking around before the thing. You're winning all these racing. How's the teaching going? Where are you at with all of that?
Well, actually, it's going really good. I'm actually at school right now. I have somebody watching my class while I'm on the phone. But
that's awesome.
I got a new job at a really good school district here a couple weeks ago. They offered me the position, so I got that, and I'm in grad school. I got like 3 classes left for that, so then I'll have my master's. So it's all going good on the teaching and the school end.
Morgan, how do you balance that? I know, like, even when I was a college student and I'd race for 3 nights and have a really good run, the last thing I wanted to do was go back and be a student and study for a test. So how do you find that balance?
Well, a lot of it is online. A lot of my classes are online, and it's stuff that I use in the classroom. So it's not too much new stuff that I'm learning, so it's easier to just get the work done and get it over with and go racing.
Do your kids follow along? Do they know you're beating up all the men racing sprint cars?
Oh, yeah, they know. They get on USDS Racing every Monday morning and made me get on the beginning of the class, and we just kind of read through the articles and stuff like that. They're enjoying it.
So ideally, if a World of Outlaw team had called you and wanted you to go on the road, the racing career would really kind of be the priority in the end, correct?
Oh, deuces to teaching. it ain't. I'm sorry, teaching, but racing always had my heart, and obviously that's where it's at right now too.
Well, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So, you tell us about this past weekend. Now, you won both nights. Tell us about the races and how you accomplished that both nights.
Yeah, we've been really good all year. As long as the track is slick, super slick, we've been good. Friday night I started 6th, and unfortunately, I had to pass my teammate for the win, but I don't think he much minds. But started 6-1 and just been good in the slick, just absolutely incredible. I really have no words for it. Terry and I work really, really, really well together, and he kind of understands where I'm at right now, and I understand where he's at. And we got it done then, and then and we were high points, and they drew a 6, so we had to start 6. Won that, then we came back to one of my least favorite tracks. Really like the people, really like the atmosphere there, but one of my least favorite tracks, Smoky Mountain, and we were the 5th in points, I think, and they drew a 6, put us on the front row, and of course it slicked off, and obviously I like the track now, so just super good all around.
Morgan, when I first met you, you were just started racing with Terry, and at the time I remember watching you, you were like a sponge, taking in as much as you could from Terry. How has that changed at the racetrack now that you're out there beating him most nights?
I think he's trying to take some away from me too. I think he's learning, and I think he sees the young in me and the want in me, and it kind of, honestly, I think that he's kind of the point now where if we could get sponsorship, he would take me on the road all over the country, and we'd go race as many times as we could and win as many races as we can. And right now, I just think he's to that age where he would like to, he likes to see me do well. He likes to see the underdog do good, and he really enjoys, going home and seeing my name and that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I think he's kind of the point now where he would just like to take me racing.
So what is sitting here right now? And of course, sponsorship. Someone drops some money in you guys' lap, or someone calls with a great ride. We've already established that you certainly would take that phone call. Exactly. But right now, as we sit here, what is the plan for this year? Just continue on the USCS tour. Any other side trips or any other thing planned at this point?
Yeah, well, I'm not running for points, so I kind of got to go where Terry goes, and he's running for the USCS points. And I'd like to get out other places, and we won ASCS races last year, went to quite a few ASCS races, but it's just kind of unrealistic when you can race for the same amount of money with USCS and closer to home and that kind of stuff. So right now it's probably just going to be USCS and then hit some stuff when he's here. And then maybe by next year, hopefully I can try to get a truck and trailer and at least go when he's, at a USCS race, and I can go to something a little bit different. But right now it's just easier for us to travel together to these USCS races and then whatever else is close.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense when you're in that teammate situation. Yeah. Final question for you. Is there any bites or leads or anything happening as far as things go, or is the phone not ringing?
Nada.
Unreal.
It's hard to believe.
It's
really?
Nothing.
Folks.
It's insane. I really don't know what else to do. You could say I haven't, or a lot of people, now it's time to move up to 410s. Well, 410s are unrealistic on a teacher salary. 410s are unrealistic when they don't race within 800 miles of your house. So,
yeah.
It is what it is right now, and you would think that with the people that we have beaten this year, you would think that somebody would recognize it, but it just ain't happening.
Well, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
It'll
yeah, that's all.
It'll happen. You keep winning, it'll happen.
Like I said, it's kind of gotten to the point where it made me mad, and I'm like, well, if that's not enough, then here's a little bit more. So
I love it.
Kind of driving me.
I love it.
Well, Morgan, you give them a little bit more next time out again, and we love the story. I'll tell you, hopefully maybe someone out there watching right now will jump all over it and start helping along the way. But continued success. Thanks for the time, and get back to class there where the kids, kids are probably acting up.
I know that the kids are probably being bad right now, but I thank y'all so much for having me on.
There we go. That is Morgan Turpen, and that is becoming a big mystery.
It is, really, truly.
I mean, she's whooping good teams and drivers.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's legit,
she's
without a doubt.
Flogging them. And Terry gives her everything he's got, but everything Terry's got is split with two cars. They're good cars, but, they've got decent equipment, but some of the teams that they're beating are so much more funded than they are.
Absolutely. And just to hear her in that interview, the passion, the fire. I mean, if you couldn't hear it in that interview, I don't know what to tell you.
Sign up with her and she'll give them a little bit more. That's great.
I love it.
Love chatting with her, whether it's here on Winged Nation or when we get a chance to run into her at the racetrack. She just is an absolute amazing young lady. And I'll tell you, I just hope that somewhere along the way, someone can
It'll happen if she continues.
She continues
on.
to do that, yeah. What else can you do? So great stuff. That is Morgan Turpen joining us here on the line. Let's step away because, well, when we come back, we're going north up to Pennsylvania. We're going to talk to Hall of Famer Don Kreitz. He joins us next.
Hi, I'm Rico Aber, and you're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing Wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing Wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing Wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed.
O'Reilly. If your wiper blades are worn and streaking, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and save $8 instantly on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Improve visibility and save money with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Plus, take advantage of our free wiper blade installation. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Hi, I'm Casey Kane. Now back to Winged Nation.
Thank you, Casey. Welcome back. It is MRN Winged Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. And let's go right back to the hotline, because joining us now from the Pennsylvania area, after spending some time in Victory Lane, not once but twice this weekend as the team owner, Donnie Kreitz is on the line. Hello, Donnie. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We are doing fantastic. So looks like you guys didn't lose any speed over the offseason.
It's been going good. You know, we certainly can't complain. Everything's the car's been okay. You know, pretty fast at times, and it's been going good.
And Lance said in Victory Lane over the weekend, you guys worked a lot over the winter to improve on qualifying. What are things that you can do to improve on qualifying other than really engine package?
Oh, I don't know if I can really tell you that, Erin.
All right,
you know,
in general.
You know, you just try and pay attention to detail. The nice thing about with all of us guys, that even the guys that help me own the car, that come to the shop, which everything is, you know, part-time volunteer guys. We have no full-time guys. Everyone holds themselves accountable. Everyone looks at what they do, you know, and try and do it better, you know, including Lance, including Davey Brown, myself, anyone else that works on the car. So, you know, we try and look at our weak spots and try and figure out how we can make that car better, you know. And we knew it was going to be tough, and we were very fortunate to have the year we had last year. But, you know, the nice thing about Lance, and I knew this from racing with him all those years, he's just one of those guys that's like a natural talent. You know, me and Davey, when I drove, we'd go for the home run every night. We'd try and make the car 100%. And the problem when you do that, you're going to miss it a lot. And we'd win by a half lap, then we'd run 12th the next night. And that's just the way it is. With Lance, we get the car to like 90%. We just leave it there. We hardly ever even have to really go for it, to be honest with you.
Wow. I mean, you've raced against Lance over the course of time, so obviously you know Lance, but it sounds like it's even shocked you a little bit how good he really is, which actually is what we heard from Fred Raymer with Stevie Smith as well. Has there been things about Lance that you didn't even know as a former competitor of his?
Yeah. He's just amazing to me. Again, just the raw, natural driving talent. Now, he does everything he can do. He lives far enough away, a couple hours from us. You know, he says, look, if you need you tell me what I have to do, and I'll do it. Now, Lance works a full-time job, but he says, if I need to come to the shop, I'll come to the shop. I said, no, we'll handle that. He came sometimes last year when there was back-to-back shows or something, or we could have used help. So he came when we needed him, but basically, he just does his thing, and he'll watch videos, and he'll critique himself, and, try and do everything he can do, to make himself better while we're working on the car during the week. And Lance is the thing about Lance is there's a lot of guys that can take, well, not a lot, but there's guys that can take, say, if you have a 10th place car that night and get a 5th out of it, or if you have a 5th place car, maybe get a win. But most of the time, them guys are really putting the car at risk, maybe flipping out of the ballpark, every other week or something. Lance gets more speed out of the car without ever putting the car at risk. That's what's amazing about him.
That really is amazing. Talking about his natural talent, Don, how different is his driving style from maybe what yours was? Is it more in the finesse? Is it, like you said, more in the intelligence and in keeping the car under control and not going crazy? How different is his driving style than yours?
One of my crew guys said it best last year, after second or third time Lance drove the car. He said, and it's a guy that didn't go to every race last year, and he came in the first time he came to watch Lance, and he said, now naturally I could never see the car when I was driving it, so I have no idea what it looks like on the track, but this guy said, the car, he says, I would think it was you in the car. He said, the car looks the same, he said, except it looks like you on steroids. He said, that's how it looks with Lance, and again, Lance has adapted his driving style to the car, the first couple times out till we kind of got used to each other last year, and then, he figured out how he has to drive the corners, when he can get on the throttle. It's better to run harder or run not as hard and still improve his lap times. He came up with it on, on his own, and just got comfortable in the car, and every time out, because we don't race that much. We really don't race enough. And every time out, we're still learning each other.
I guess it's going pretty good. That's for sure. Donnie, we're getting close on time here, but when you have success, there are those pointing fingers at various parts of the race car. Is that just part of the territory? You've been around this sport for a long, long time, and success breeds some guys to work harder and some guys to complain louder. Is that just part of the territory that you guys, where you're sitting, will just kind of take it and move on with it?
Yeah, I'm usually not, our car's always been known to handle well. Even, again, I've driven it and didn't consider myself to be the best driver at the track, and won races by a half lap, and it handles so good. People usually know. They don't even complain about it that way normally. But, you'll get outsiders every now and then. And, look, because we have a speed shop here, I know, and people that know me know, my car's not 100% legal. It's 110% legal. I put my daughter's life on the line for it, so I'm not worried about something going on with the wings now. We use a standard. We move the sideboards around or something to fit our deal, but as far as the wing center, it's a standard. It's not even, they make like a light one and a heavy one. We used to have heavy one because we have all fast half-mile tracks. The light stuff doesn't hold up. That's an area where we're not even pushing the envelope. So it's cool to us that guys think that, because we know we're in their head then.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Donnie, congratulations on the success. I know there's some big ones coming up and some big competitors coming into town that all have the calendar circled up there. Continued success, and I know we'll talk to you down the road.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, Donnie, before you go, are you going to Knoxville this year?
We are probably 99% no. It's just, I know Davey wouldn't be able to go, and Davey's part of our team.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Could me and Lance go, and we could give it our best shot and stuff like that. But we're probably not gonna. It's a shame that it's not closer for us. It's a shame it doesn't. Yep. It's just not a good fit for us, unfortunately. But I don't know. Hopefully we can battle all them guys that go to Knoxville, somewhere along the line, or maybe it'll happen someday. But I'd have to say, unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen.
I appreciate that. Just literally came to my mind, and Anthony Carini, one of my friends there, he'd have killed me if I didn't ask the question. So I appreciate it, Donnie. Thanks for the time.
All right, we'll see you.
You got it. There we go. Aaron, I think they should all just institute a new rule. You need to a new rule in sprint car racing is you have to hire an 82-year-old lead mechanic. And that way, if they're cheating, then by gosh, then you're all on the same page because, they're not. It's crazy. It's insanity. It's crazy what's going on up there. It's crazy how fast they are, that's for sure.
That's true.
Hey, let's step away. More Winged Nation in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Kyle Larson, and you're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
If your wiper blades are worn and streaking, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and save $8 instantly on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Improve visibility and save money with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Plus, take advantage of our free wiper blade installation. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum's newest feature exhibit is our Salute to Champion Sammy Swindell, June 9th through October 15th, at the only museum in the world solely dedicated to sprint car racing, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa. Stop in and check out 8 of Sammy's original race cars and see his trophies, uniforms, and more as you learn about his outstanding career. The Salute to Champion Sammy Swindell is only this season at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville.
Today, Toyota's featured NASCAR fan is Carrie, Queen of Cakes.
So, Carrie, why do they call you Queen of Cakes?
Well, whenever Toyota wins a NASCAR race, I make a life-size Camry cake.
Really?
Yeah, delicious and made in America, just like the dang car. And with all Toyota's wins last year, it was life-size Camry Cake City. Oh, even lost a kid at one point. Tried to drive one of the cakes. Had to eat his way out of the drivetrain. Bless his heart.
Let's go NASCAR fans.
Toyota, let's go places. To learn more, visit ToyotaRacing.com. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc. Toyota vehicles and components are built using U.S. and globally sourced parts.
I'm Kerry Madsen, and you're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
It is MRN Winged Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Time to look at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum calendar. Birthdays: Ohio Andy Hillenberg was on Sunday. Monday, Tracy Hines and Taylor Pappy Weld. Today would have been the birthday of Kevin Gobrecht. So there's the Kevin Gobrecht Memorial is this weekend, as a matter of fact, up at Susquehanna. Friday, Mark Kinzer, Rip Williams, Dwayne Pappy Carter. Saturday, Lloyd Beckman. Let's talk a little bit about Mark Kinzer, 2014 inductee into the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, 1996 and 99 World of Outlaw champion, 3-time champion of the Knoxville Nationals, a King Royal champion, 4th on the all-time World of Outlaws A-main list, 153 as far as wins, and in 2006 he walked away. Just said, I read an interview, and he said he couldn't dabble in it. His son doesn't want to do anything with it, and he's just happy, so he doesn't go to anything at all. And it's one of those mystery men. He's just walked away from it.
Yeah, he actually came back for the 2014 inductee.
He did come in for the induction.
Yeah, the induction, and it was great to see him and Carl. They are first class.
No doubt about it. So Mark Kinzer and his story is enshrined at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, SprintCarHof.com. Coming up this weekend on the MRN Winged Nation preview podcast presented by Hefner Racing Products, Bruce Ellis from Sprint Car and Midget Magazine and the track announcer at Williams Grove. And Saturday, Winged Nation presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV, Kevin Swindell. Great catching up with Kevin Swindell. So you need to check that out. And we have racing this week because the World of Outlaws of Reno puts them on tomorrow night on Dirt Vision. So they're at Memphis. They're in, exactly. I-30, I think it is. So, exactly. So, going to be big, that's for sure. So, great stuff. And, of course, coming up at the end of May, we're going to be at the Speed Palace, Ashley and I, and you and I are going to Jackson, to the Jackson Nationals the first week of June. So, a lot happening here in Winged Nation. You can follow along on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Winged Nation, and on our Twitter page. Follow us all weekend long. Make sure you tweet your seat at Winged Nation. So, all kinds of good stuff. I guess we're good. How about that, though? Morgan Turpen and Donnie Kreitz.
That was Both good interviews.
Both good interviews, both great racers in their own right. So, hey, thanks to those two for joining us, but more important than all of that, thank you for joining us.
You've been listening to Winged Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, ride on our strength. You can also find Winged Nation on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and in the MRN.com Media Center. Winged Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.